Should the 49ers bring back Frank Gore? That is the question we are tackling on today's show. But first, the 49ers report made possible thanks to our friends at Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com/49ers and enter the promo code 49ers, and you get 20% off plus free shipping on the best men's grooming products. Welcome into the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I am Chase Sr., and since taking over the channel around the time of the NFL Draft, I've been asked this question every single week from 49ers fans. Should the Niners bring back Frank Gore? And it's easy to see why Niners fans want him back in the scarlet, red, and gold. Spent 10 years with the 49ers, and during that span, he was one of the best running backs across the entire NFL, and one of the best running backs that this illustrious franchise has ever seen. I think he's on his way to Canton. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. And in that 10-year span, really throughout his entire NFL career, he has been unbelievably durable. I mean, last year with the New York Jets, the guy is 37 years old, and I still thought he was a pretty solid player as a secondary running back option. Going back to that decade in the Bay, 2005 to 2014, these are his per-season averages. I think these numbers are pretty stupid. Always on the field because he averaged almost 15 games per year, toting the rock 244-plus times. Every single season, he was due to compile more than 1,000 yards on the ground, and he was taking it to the crib about 6 times per season as well. His total numbers in that decade with the 49ers. These numbers, flat out ridiculous, and this is why I think this guy is on his way to the Hall of Fame, and he'll be rocking that Hall of Fame jacket before it's all said and done. 148 games played, 11,000 plus yards. I mean, that number of yardage in just 10 years is what solely gets guys to the Hall of Fame. We're talking the Barry Sanders of the world, averaging 4.5 yards per touch, 64 touchdowns throughout his Niners career as well, and Frank Gore currently number 3 on the career rushing leaders list, behind Hall of Famers Emmitt Smith, Hall of Famer Walter Payton. Frank Gore in at number 3, 16,000 yards even right now, ahead of the likes of Barry Sanders, who's one of the most, if not the most electrifying backs of all time, and Adrian Peterson at number 5. So the faithful, I want to ask you this question because I've let my opinion be known here on today's show. Is Frank Gore a Hall of Famer? Get your votes in. I know a lot of you are very passionate about this subject. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Go ahead and get your votes in the comment section down below. I think you look at the fact that Frank Gore has been as durable as he's been. He's 37 years old and still wants to play. He's number 3 on the all-time list for the amount of rushing yards in NFL history. I think those numbers and those reasons alone put him in the Hall of Fame, so I'm going to go ahead and type my Y for yes. Father's Day is coming up, and also it's summertime right now all across the United States, which means we're spending a lot of time outside by the pool. And I'm sure a lot of you have gone swimming with your pops, and you're like, yo, Dad, it's not cool nowadays to have a really hairy chest or a hairy back. I'm not saying I want to peek inside your drawers to see what it looks like downstairs, but you don't want to be scary for your lady. You know what the great Father's Day gift is this year? It's the Lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped, and you can get a great deal on it right now by going to manscaped.com/49ers and entering the promo code 49ers. Your dad can use this on his hair. He can use it on his beard, his chest, his back, even on his balls. It's the versatile gift that your pops needs for Father's Day. 20% off plus free shipping on the best men's grooming products right now by using that link at the bottom of your screen as well as that promo code. I'll be sure to put this link in the description as well as the comments, and make your pops happy on this Father's Day. Current 49ers depth chart right now. I've talked a lot about this on the channel, that I think the 49ers running back room is one of the deepest position groups on the roster right now. You have Wayne Gallman, who's the number 3 running back on this roster. Elijah Mitchell is the number 4 running back right now. JaMycal Hasty got some snaps last year. He's currently 6. These 3 guys are all talented and could probably get carries for other teams across the league, and they are behind guys like Raheem Mostert, as well as Jeff Wilson and Trey Sermon. So the Niners right now are 6 running backs deep, and when it comes down to trying to make decisions as to who makes the 53-man roster, John Lynch, and Kyle Shanahan are going to have some really difficult decisions to make because there are really talented and capable running backs on this roster right now. Do you decide to keep 4? Maybe 5. I think it would be extremely rare for Kyle Shanahan to keep 6 guys on that 53-man roster. Maybe you're hoping that another player can clear waivers and you sign one of the younger guys back, like Elijah Mitchell perhaps, or even JaMychal Hasty on the practice squad. But this goes to show you why there just might not be room on this roster for Frank Gore right now. And clearly, by drafting Trey Sermon in the 3rd round of the NFL draft, by taking Elijah Mitchell in the 6th round of the NFL draft, Kyle Shanahan has plans for youth at the running back position. I'm a big fan of Raheem Mostert. I think his speed is an unbelievable ability and talent that he's able to possess. He's got 4.3 speed and he's so dynamic. But at some point, Kyle Shanahan has a plan to start Trey Sermon because you don't use a 3rd round pick on a guy who's not going to play for you right from the jump, perhaps even starting from week 1, which I think he has an opportunity to do so. And everybody's been raving about Elijah Mitchell, who was drafted in the 6th round because he compared himself to Alvin Kamara. During rookie minicamps, he was catching balls out of the backfield. And with that 1-2 punch of Trey Sermon and Elijah Mitchell, these are 2 guys who I think are going to be readily available and capable of getting snaps from the get-go as rookies and being able to produce, which means that Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson could be even prime trade candidates during training camp if the 49ers want to send those guys to another running back needy team and they allow this youth movement to get started already. Also, in NFL free agency, I thought the Niners got back a tremendous value signing and player by bringing in Wayne Gallman. When he filled in for Saquon Barkley last year after he tore his ACL, Wayne Gallman was really good. He compiled more than 600 rushing yards. He can kind of run it in between the tackles, but also extend to the sideline as well. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. So I can't really emphasize this enough that the Niners are just chock full of good running backs on this roster right now, which is why I don't think that they're going to bring Frank Gore and have him enter the equation. At the end of the day, given everything that I've said, signing a 37-year-old Frank Gore just doesn't make sense. But the faithful, as Niners fans, this is what you do want to do. You want to pay homage. You want to pay respect. You want to say thank you to Frank the Tank. Not only was he one of the best running backs in the history of the Niners, he's one of the best and most durable running backs in the history of the league. And the National Football League has seen its share of just spectacular bell cow running backs. Frank Gore is right up there. And for him to don the Niners jersey in Canton at the Hall of Fame really says something. So thank you, Frank the Tank, for your decade of service in a Niners uniform. You were incredible in San Francisco, but at the end of the day, we've seen so many injuries cost this team. They're trying to get younger. They're trying to get healthier. Really doesn't make a lot of sense to bring in a 37-year-old running back, although it will be cool once Frank Gore retires with the Niners. I just don't think it'll be a one-year deal. It'll be a one-day signing instead. To show some love to Frank Gore, smash that like button. Hit that thumbs up icon to say thank you to Frank the Tank for his decade of spectacular play in a Niners uniform. I don't think they're going to bring him back, but we can always remember what Frank Gore did in the decade that he was in San Francisco because he provided so many highlights. And yes, we have emotional attachments to stars, and I think why Niners fans have been asking me if they should bring him back is because of that emotional attachment. It's time to move forward. It's time to look ahead. This team can still compete for Super Bowls with the running backs on the roster right now. Here's my challenge for all of you watching right now. We're almost at 36,000 subscribers here on the 49ers Report on Chat Sports, 35,924 to be exact. So we need less than 80 new subscribers to get to 36K. If we get to 36K, by 49ers Live on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific, I guarantee you, I will shotgun a beer here on the show. I will do it in less than 4 seconds because I've seen people in the comment section asking me, Chase, can you please shotgun a beer? Well, here you go. I will do it if you all rally and get us to 36,000 subs. So either hit that red subscribe button down below or go to youtube.com/49erstv.